What is up, guys? It's Excuse Me, I'm Jack, and welcome back to Jurassic World California. So, today we're going to be doing Main Street. I didn't know what I was going to do for this video. I kind of just went in there, like, right off, like, the bat. But last episode, or previous episodes, we made our control center, our, little staff area, operations center, operations area. We have our little staff centers there, and we made our nice arrival like area that is kind of a reminiscence of Jurassic Park, where they have to take a jeep to the main area. That was for the staff. Um, and then last episode we made this hatchery. So I forgot to put a gate down, so I'm doing that right now. And I decided to actually put a ranger post inside the enclosure because I apparently forgot to do that. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. But I put it right next to the gate above the cliff, and I renamed it to just hatchery. You know. uh, but yeah. Anyways, for this episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our main street with our innovation center near the control center, like where you can see the control center in the background, as a nod to Jurassic World, with the control center in the background. But yeah. Anyways, we are gonna first get rid of all of the trees, and we're gonna put an exterior fence, because since this is going to be used in the cinematic, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be actually I'm not going to say that, that's going to spoil things for the script, but basically on the outside of this fence I do the Department of Fish and Wildlife fence, and then on the inside I do my Jurassic World fences. This is supposed to like give the whole effect that outside, anything outside of this fence belongs to the Department of Fish and Wildlife. If anything goes wrong, which it's Jurassic World, it's everything's gonna go wrong. But yeah, I opened the fences. Oh, apparently I don't. I'm supposed to. Oops. But I get rid of all the trees because I kind of went. I did more than what I was supposed to in this episode, which was actually pretty nice, because I kind of actually was able to plan out most of the park in my head. I laid out like probably 25% of the park, but I get rid of the trees, and I get rid of the water as well, and after that I just basically flattened out the terrain. Nothing special. I didn't know where I was going to put the innovation center, but I put it to the left side of the control center, which made a really good thumbnail. Then I basically connect the pathways to the innovation center the way I usually do them. If you guys don't know how I do them, I just basically put one on one side, put one on the other, and just connect them to the middle one. And I just do that multiple times. Note that I'm using fancy pathways. I changed that later just because I was trying to do some like specific design, but it didn't really work out well. But from here, I get rid of the water. Well, I flatten the I slope the terrain, add some trees, get rid of the water, and from here I flatten the terrain. Right? I flatten it. It's interesting to see what goes on in my head. But yeah, I flatten the terrain. I found an actual spot where the terrain kind of evenly flattened around the entire park, because this map kind of has weird terrain because it kind of all slopes down. But what I did was I decided to make one entire level flat, and then have the area next to the water like the same level that it was before. So I basically have a cliff along the coast, and what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna put some hotels there later, and you'll be able to like actually see the dinosaurs from the hotel rooms behind behind the hotels. So I make my cliff. Surprisingly, surprisingly, it the terrain actually follows through. Okay. Again, I don't really plan these types of videos. I just do whatever I think is gonna be alright. Okay. Oh, also, yeah, I kind of unpaused it. I made the pathway, the main pathway larger, and I made it go all the way to the exterior fence. That's just because I kind of wanted the exterior fence to be there. I also wanted to put a lagoon, but I felt like the lagoon would have been too big for the park, so I got rid of it, and instead I put an aviary. Um, I don't think I do that for like another few minutes, but other than that, you know, park look. It looks. I like the pathways. It looks nice. This is where I decide what I'm gonna do with like this whole area, cause um, the shops have like they're like 90-degree angles, which is kind of annoying, but you know, I don't. Yeah, yeah. This, yeah. Um, so I had to make it that the shop can actually fit in that area. And what I do here is I put the like normal or the concrete paths, and but later on I like alternate it, so where the concrete paths are, the fancy paths are, when it comes to the innovation center. Um, that's just because, you know, I kind of didn't like how the innovation center turned out right here, so I changed like the entire thing about that. There we go. And I felt that looked weird too, so I added another like exterior one to make it thicker on the outside, and then I added some like curves in the corners. Okay, and then I filled in the area, you know, my usual thing, filled in the area with fancy pathways, and I'm gonna put some tables and chairs there with some more decorations in the future. Um, then what I do is I delete the sensors where they connect, and I reconnect them with the fancy pathways. So it kind of gives some different texture than just concrete, which is nice. Add more trees, and then I decide to connect the main pathway to the staff area. Um, I was deciding on where to put the actual entrance to the park because I'm not going to use the staff entrance as the main entrance. But I put the main entrance later on, even though it's not going to be, the park's not going to be open in the cinematic. The cinematic, the summary of the cinematic that's going to be coming out soon is us basically just planning the park, and you're going to meet a whole bunch of new characters, custom characters that I made, and you guys are going to find out about them soon, but you know, it's kind of, I need to get the voice acting. Yes, I'm doing voice acting. I think I said this many times. I want to make this go well. I don't want it to like be cringe, because I know voice acting can be really cringe. I want it to actually go really well, and I have some graphic stuff that I'm doing with the cinematic right now. It's not just gonna be, you know, just like a cinematic like I did before with all the music and stuff, because I don't want to get copyright claimed. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to be using some of the game music, and I'm going to be trying to use like, you know, custom like types of music that my friend is going to make. So I want to see how that turns out, and I just need to find one more person to record audio. Like, I needed another voice actor because, well, I'm down a character. But everything's written. Um, it should be decently long. It'll be more than 10 minutes, but it won't be like longer than like 20, 15, maybe. So far, it's extremely detailed. I want you guys to actually get to know the characters and, like, you know, have your own thoughts about them. So that's what I'm trying to do. Speaking on writing the script, I've been writing since for like 4 or 5 years now. I like, you know, I like writing. I find it interesting. And you know, I like to get detailed. Like, I I criticize myself a lot when it comes to writing, so it's kind of just, you know, I have to make it perfect in my eyes, and me being a perfectionist, it's kind of difficult to do that, so I rewrite everything like 10 times. But I'm trying to not do that this time, because if I do that, then this thing will never come out. So I wrote the first script, which was going to be around, honestly, like 14 minutes. But so far, I rewrote it once. I'm rewriting it once, and it actually is sounding better. I like it because it's, you know, you get to find out more about one of the characters, which is going to be the head of Engine. But you guys will meet the characters sooner or later. I'm gonna do some marketing type of stuff for you guys, so you guys can know the characters before the thing even starts. Anyways, Main Street. Let me stop talking about the cinematic, even though, you know, this is going to be the cinematic map. Main Street. I make Main Street, you know, add a few shops, add an attraction. But then what I do here is I make my pathway that's going to be along the beach. So I said this earlier, I'm going to have some hotels along the back side of the cliff. So, like, overlooking the enclosures. I was thinking about doing it like the alternative way, where the hotels are on the coast. I didn't want to do that because I kind of wanted to make a beach on the coast, actually. So I didn't do that yet, but that's going to be in a future video. I connect the pathway, and I connect this one, and, you know, that gets rid of all my errors. Okay. I also make an enclosure, and that's going to be for, like, some, I want to go for, like, brachiosaurs, but I know they're not going to like that enclosure, so I might go for some, like, smaller type herbivores, but I want to go for something with a long neck, so I can get that cinematic shot of, you know, the giant herbivores, or the giant sauropods behind the Innovation Center, between the Innovation Center and the Control Center. But yeah. Anyways, I try to make this enclosure as, like, you know, visible as possible. I don't like all the trees. I left all the trees there. But basically, you know, water, add water. Enclosures need water. So I decided to put water in the back, because if I'm going to be doing something with the sauropods, I need them to be back here a little bit. So I put water there so it could attract them. I also put sand just for decoration. And yeah. So this enclosure has 2 viewing galleries, and it's going to have 1 viewing platform. Okay, and I just put it right here. I connect it. And I decide to, like, add some vegetation. Soon I put rocks there towards the end. And from here I believe I delete some of this pathway here, because I put an aviary. I didn't mean to put an aviary. I wasn't going to do that yet. But I decided to put an aviary. Apparently I don't do that. I don't remember this order happening. But I put some tables and chairs, because you know how I love my tables and chairs. Okay. alternate it, do it on the other side, and then, if I'm correct, there we go. I put decorations in the middle. Okay. Then I add some lights on the sides of these little planters, kind of inside the planters, to make it look like they're actually a part of it and not like separate things. Okay. I put lights there, and I put banners inside those. So it looks like a piece. Okay, then I put banners. I stick with the blue banners, not because I'm lazy, but because of the vibe I'm going. The vibe I'm going with here is purple, blue, and white color schemes. So I'm gonna set up the shops in a little bit. I really liked how Main Street turned out. I say this in like every one of my builds. I like how it turns out. Yeah, add more chairs, tables in the back, along the pathway so you can eat and like look at the sauropod and stuff. Then I add them at the Innovation Center. So I actually like I did this before, and I think that What If Jurassic Park Survived video. I put some like more stuff there. I wanted to like, I was lazy right here. I wanted to get rid of the other ones by just putting it over it, but it looked weird. So yeah, I put the tables and chairs. Then I put some more planters, just for a variety of decorations. Okay. Then I add some rocks. Yes, I add the rocks. So I add like a little rock formation here. You know, the way I do my rocks is I go big, then I go small. You know, you can see me going down the line, and then I go over again. Literally, that's my whole rock like tutorial right there. I start from the biggest one, then you know, go to the smallest one. I connected though here because I felt like, you know, it was gonna be weird if you had two separate rock formations between these things with like 1 foot distance between each other. So I decided to make a large rock formation. Then what I do here is I actually decide to make an aviary. I plan to make an aviary since the lagoon was going to be kind of too big. So I kind of make this janky pathway, but I stick with it for a little bit. Then I add an aviary. I didn't know what I was going to do for the aviary. I didn't want it to be too big, but at the same time I didn't want it to be too small. And I just wanted the shape to be kind of, you know, decent. I wish you can do like one tall aviary. Like I wish you could stack them a little bit. Like add another layer. That would be nice. But yeah. Anyways, I made, you know, aviary, hatchery. Then I also do my viewing galleries. I put 2 of them in the centers, because I know the view from there is not going to be good, but I just wanted it to, like, from the inside look nice like that. Okay, then I connect the pathways, and I change the thoroughfares to wide pathways on this one. Then I complete the path, you know, janky still. That'll change in the future. And then from what I do here is I decide to actually decorate the shops, right? Right? There we go, yes. Okay, so again, I go for like a purple, like a darkish purple color scheme with white. At night, this is gonna look very nice with the purple lights as well. Again, I want the whole vibe to be purple. You can see from the Jurassic World California logo that I had, we're sticking with purple. Each park that I'm gonna be doing, so Jurassic World California, Jurassic World, what was it? What was the other one that I picked? I was gonna make another one, like in the EU. I don't think it was gonna be the UK. I think it was gonna be just in Germany, because that's an actual like big park that you can do. Because you know, you have your small park, you have your main park, then you have your huge park. You know, like how Disneyland was first founded, and then you make Disney World. You know, something like that. So that's what I was gonna be doing in this whole thing. But yeah. You can see me going to all the different shops and, you know, adding things. I like how Main Street turned out, actually. Also, my day night settings for the sandbox mode. What I do in the beginning of every video is I turn it to 12 hours. Okay, so the day night cycle is 12 hours. So over time in my actual video, you can see that it turns, nighttime, or like, the days, like, the day goes. That's just for lighting effect, because I don't like the day setting for the for building, because it just feels like it's too bright and the shadows are too dark. I don't know if that's just my monitor thing. I know it's a monitor thing, because on my phone it doesn't look, it doesn't look that different from um, what it should be looking like with the shading. But yeah. Anyways, tables and chairs. Tables and chairs. I don't know how to have to say, just tables and chairs. I love my tables and chairs. But yeah, I that's why I didn't really use tables and chairs for the exterior decorations, the ground decorations, because I knew with the free build mod I was going to be using tables and chairs and putting them there. It's kind of sad that you can't really do something like this without the mod. I wish you can. It would be so much better, but no. Like, look how amazing it makes the, like, Main Street look with just a few little details that you can actually put by yourself. Anyways, Main Street pretty much done. I love how I added the few ground decorations. But yeah, Main Street is complete. So I add my arrival point, and I put it right at Main Street because that's where I want most of my traffic to be. And I just make a little pathway for the tour that I'm going to add next episode. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was kind of a longer video for Jurassic World California, but it turned out well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I love that view. I really love this view. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another Jurassic World tutorial. Bye, guys.